our next quote from George Orwell was a book written in 1939 called Coming Up for Air. Coming Up for Air. Right? Now, this one was important to me. I don't know if it's important to you, but here's the quote. It's a little long, but that's okay. You can handle it. It says, "I'm fat, but I'm thin inside. Has it ever struck you that there's a thin man inside every fat man? Just as they say there's a statue inside every block of stone." I'll read that one more time. "I'm fat, but I'm thin inside. Has it ever struck you that there's a thin man inside every fat man? Just as they say there's a statue inside every block of stone." Now, what that means is that, has it ever struck you? That means, have you ever thought about it? Or has the idea ever occurred to you? So, has it ever struck you as an expression in English, often used in America? Has it ever struck you? Has the idea ever occurred to you that there's a thin man inside every fat man? Just as they say there's a statue inside every block of stone. Michelangelo, the very famous sculptor and painter, once said, when after he carved his big famous David statue, that he said, "How did you make such a wonderful piece of art?" And he said, "It was already there in the block of stone. I just had to move away the excess pieces." So that's where that saying comes from. There's a statue inside of every block of stone. So he's saying, I'm fat, but I'm thin inside. Has it ever struck you that there's a thin man inside every fat man? Now, the reason why it's kind of important to me is that I'm kind of overweight right now, but I used to be really overweight. For those of you watching in America, I used to be 285 pounds. 285 pounds. For the rest of you, I used to be 130 kilograms. 130 kilograms. So I used to be really big. It took a lot of work, and it took quite a long time, but I was able to, I wouldn't say I'm skinny, but I'm certainly not that big anymore. So, and I used to read this quote all the time to motivate me. I'm thin inside. So, I'm trying to get the statue